In order to pass a senior interview and work successfully as a senior developer, you must fully understand what is system design and how to create scalable applications. And during last years, I saw lots of developers on the interviews which were simply answering questions. For the senior role, it is not enough. This is why by the end of this video you will understand how to answer questions about system design and what to talk about. So system design for the frontend is an open topic. There is no single answer, and you need to show how you are thinking in order to implement some feature, project, or scale the functionality. Let's talk about most important principles of scalable front-end architecture. And actually all these topics of system design I am covering in my middle to senior front-end bootcamp. First of all, here you for sure need to mention bundling, because bundling all your front-end JavaScript in a single file is not performant. If this file weighs 5 MB or more, it is too long to load on the page. In order to fix it properly, we're using lazy loading and we're splitting our huge bundle into separate chunks. Then we're loading specific chunk for the specific page and it makes it much faster. The next thing to mention is micro-frontend architecture. The main idea is that front-end application is being splitted in separate parts, which are typically being moved in separate repositories, and different teams are working on them. It allows complete separation without disturbing the work of each other, but obviously you are increasing complexity of connecting these parts together. And again, it is important to mention that it makes sense when your project is huge. It doesn't make sense to do that if you have just several front-end pages and the application is not complex. As a follow-up to this question, you can mention monolith versus multi-repo. Basically, when we're separating our front-end pieces to different repositories, we're doing multi-repo. Monorepo is when we have all our modules or all our pieces in a single repository. We can use their tools like Nix, for example, to manage that efficiently, so it can be also done to organize structure correctly. The main point is that as a senior developer, you must explain not just what things exist, like multi-repo or monorepo, but also why and what are the differences. And the second follow-up that you can mention here is obviously module federation, which is exactly a way how we're splitting our frontend in different pieces and loading them later in a single project. The main point here is that Team A can deploy a new version of their part, and the application will pick that part without redeploying all pieces together. Another important piece for system design is CDN and caching. As a senior developer, you must understand the benefits what CDN is giving us and when it makes sense to put some assets there. Like for example, without CDN, the user which is situated in the Tokyo would need to make a request to the origin server, which might be in the US, with the time of 200 milliseconds. On the other hand, if we configure CDN and our user from Tokyo can get data directly from Tokyo, and even from the cache, then it may take just 2 milliseconds. But again, a follow-up here is to understand how long you need to cache your assets and when you need to invalidate them. Another important point is bundling optimization. We obviously have tree shaking on the client, which can get rid of most functions that we're not using from the library, but you need to import it correctly. Because with some imports you will import the whole library and then you are losing this feature. And in order to understand if you have some problems, you can use Webpack Bundle Analyzer. The second important point is to understand how browser executing your JavaScript and CSS files when it loads icons and when paint or repaint happens. So you need to make sure that you understand things like defer, for example, to optimize your application. I saw lots of applications in production where scripts were blocking one each other. Another important piece is state management. You must understand the differences of state management tools on the client and in which situation which tool is the best. So you need to understand that there is a global app state, a server state, and a client state. And with server state, where you are getting some data from the API, you can use libraries like, for example, React Query. For global UI state, you might want to use Redux. And for local state, it is enough to use just useState if we're talking about React here. But again, it is important to find a right tool for your business. For some projects, it is enough to just use React query and write minimum code where all data will be synced to local state automatically. Additional to that, you can get some questions about real-time synchronization, WebSockets, and Socket.io. Because nowadays we have lots of projects with notifications, collaborative sharing, and live dashboards. So there are some questions that you either might get on the interview about these topics, or you can elaborate on that. Like for example, what are you doing when connection drops? Do you replay missing events? Or do you refetch them from scratch? It depends exactly on the needs of the project. The next part that is important to mention is obviously infrastructure and deployment of the frontend, and so that you understand the needs of running linting, testing, end-to-end testing and builds directly in the CI every single time when somebody opens pull requests. Then everybody is sure that the code was tested and checked before merging it. Another thing is feature flags and A/B testing. Really often, business wants either to roll out some new features or check which feature is more popular between users. This is why as a senior developer you must know how to implement such functionality. Another thing is reliability. You need to build reliable code which won't crash the whole page. You need to catch failures and have a fallback instead of showing white screen. And obviously it is important to mention that in production we will get bugs and we somehow need to fix them. This is why we need to use tools which can show you that some bug happened, how to reproduce it, stack trace, performance and user behavior. So for a senior developer on the interview, it is extremely important to not just propose a solution, but first of all ask about constraints. What exactly business needs, what things we already have, and what problem are we actually solving. And if you are serious about becoming a senior developer but you think that you are lacking in concepts like for example system design, patterns or algorithms, check my middle to senior frontend bootcamp where all these topics are covered, and you can find the link to it under the video.